in 1982, and you're getting a total of 59 coins in this set.
Okay, so these are the black box proof sets. Now we had the purple, but those sold out in the first hour.
Yes.
The purple box.
Yes.
I have a few more of these. So they're black box once again.
A few more, like a couple more.
And why are they black box proof sets? Because they come in black boxes. Like I said, we're not very inventive. I also have green box proof sets because they put them in green boxes. So these are the black box proof sets. From 1973 to 1982, they put black boxes on the United States government issue proof sets. Now you're going, well, hey, they're a little bit more than the purple box. They are. However, they contain silver dollars.
Ah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The black box proof sets are the American proof sets that have got the Eisenhower silver dollars and the Susan B. Anthony silver dollars in them. Okay? You're paying $14.95 a set for these. $14.95 a set. Wow. What I want to do, and the reason that these almost never come up, and I save some for this show, is because I break them out, and the only place to get these S-minted Eisenhower silver dollars are out of these sets. There are 6 Eisenhower silver dollars. And by the way, the prices on these are $27.50 a piece. There's 6 of them.
Wow.
$27.50, $27.50, $27.50. And then, by the way, you get this is from a 75 proof set, but it's a bicentennial half dollar. The bicentennial dollars went into both the 75 and 76. I'll explain here in just a minute why they are basically, when you look at these, there's type 1 and type 2. So very, very popular. So just the Eisenhower dollars in here, okay, there are $175, just for the Eisenhowers.
Oh my gosh.
And then if you look at the Susan B. Anthony's in proof, they're $15.95, $15.95, and $17.95. So just the dollars in here are about $225 or $230. And then if you look at the Kennedy half dollars, you got 2 Kennedy bicentennial halves. Those are $13.95 a piece. The Kennedys in this set are once again going to be pretty close to $140. The pennies in this set are going to be that price as well. I mean, the 76 penny, the 75 and 76 penny here, they're like $12 a piece. So ultimately what it comes down to, coin by coin by coin by coin, of course, you're significantly more than $149. That's why you don't see them. But the key to this is this is kind of all of the silver dollar proof sets that the United States government has ever made. So they did 6 Eisenhowers, 3 Susan B. Anthonys. They thought they were going to do a Susan B. Anthony down here at the bottom one, and it ended up not being the case, so they put a little medallion in there. Okay. Isn't that fun? They put a little medallion in there to placehold that for that. So I've got about 200 of these sets. Now here's one of the cool things. When I put these sets up here, okay, I put them up so that I can show you the front and the back, and we put them in these little holders that you have. This is the way they actually come, and they'll come to you. They actually have a little flap on them. Nice. So that they can present and display. You'll get that, okay? With the United States Mint seal, says United States Mint proof set. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So that's the way yours will actually come to you. Somebody asked me and said, well, do they gonna have those special holders? I go, yes, of course they're gonna have the special holders. It's part and parcel of the set. But I take them off because what happens is see, they're plastic, and so they just pop off. And so because of that, to display them, they don't display very well on our little holders right here when those are there. But you're gonna get them.
I'm glad you showed that.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So that's right. So you can display each and every one of these. So then you're going to get the original boxes. So, and look at this, folks. I want you to look at this. That's a 1982 United States government issue black box proof set. This is cardboard. That's cardboard that's 35 years old. Yeah, it's lasted all this time. Understand, getting boxes that are in decent shape is every bit as hard as getting the coins in decent shape, okay? So that's the important part. And the other reason that we don't do these is I basically need, I'm gonna put this over here, because I basically need the Eisenhower dollars to sell Eisenhower silver dollar sets. We sell a tremendous quantity of Eisenhower silver dollar sets. The only way to get a 73S clad Eisenhower dollar is to break one of these sets open with a hammer. And that's how we get them. And so when I sell the complete Eisenhower silver dollar set for $500,
yeah,
this is where they come from.
Wow.
You understand? This is, I got to get it out of here.
Yeah.
So what happens is, and I sold thousands, tens of thousands, perhaps even hundreds of thousands of Eisenhower silver dollar sets over the years. Every one of those I sell makes these rarer in original government packaging. Every single one of those that I sell makes this rarer in original government packaging. Now I want to show you a little something here.
Okay.
If you look at this, this is the 1975 proof set. This is the 1976 proof set. This is, and you can tell it by the pennies because the dollars, the quarter, and the half dollars are all bicentennial. Okay, they're all bicentennial. But they're not exactly the same. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to hold steady here. And if we get in as close as we can right here. So if you look at the dollar, see where it says $1?
Yes.
Look at the L's.
Yeah.
Notice the L's are different. One's skinny and one's fat. These are the fat ones. Those are the skinny ones.
Yeah.
Type 1, type 2. Type 1, type 2. So when you go over here, type 1, type 2. 75 is type 1, 76 is type 2. You need to collect both of them. They are two substantially different coins. And by the way, these run, I said $27.50, those are for the other ones. These are about $32.50 a piece. So these are $62 for these coins. So if you look at $62 here, these are $13.95. You're about $90 there. Those are $12.95. You're about $120 for those 6 coins, the 6 bicentennial coins.
Okay.
Okay, so the 6 bicentennial coins basically the price of the set. But I'm going to insist that you take all the other coins as well.
Please
that you're
do.
going to take the 73, you're going to take the 74. Now, I know they started making the Eisenhower dollar in 71, but they didn't put them in the proof sets. They didn't put them. So these are all of the silver dollar proof sets made by the United States government. They started in 73, they ended in 81. This is all of them, folks.
All of them. Fewer than 200 of these available, and that's it.
That's it.
Once again, you're getting the entire set, all 10 sets, and in their original packaging, in the original government issue boxes. You're getting all of them. And just as we were pointing out, there's specialty in each one.
Oh.
So the fact that you've got the Eisenhowers in some, the fact that you've got the Susan B. Anthonys in some, I even like the idea of, well, we were meaning to put a Susan B. Anthony down there, but, you know, it all has a story. You're getting the entire set.
Right. And that's the key. And then when you look at the, you know, the Kennedy half dollars in here, I mean, so many of these, and I'm going through this in the catalog here. Like I said, $24 for the bicentennial half dollars right there on each. And then the 73s, I'm going to go back from that. What are we going to do? 73s, when you're looking at the proofs, those $10.95, $10.95, $10.95, those are $24, so that's $35. And then you're looking at, what do you got, $7.75, $6.75, $12.95, $12.95, $14.50. I mean, pretty significant pricing for the Kennedy half dollars. Understand the real value, the majority of the value here is in the silver dollars. And understand, like I said, even the Susan B's, these are the S proof coins. They did some S San Francisco minted uncirculated coins, but the S proof coins are, like I said, about $15.95 a piece. You're paying $15 a set, including the pennies, including all that other stuff in there as well. And so that's the fun part of this, is like I said, you get to buy this like a coin dealer buys it. And people always say, what exactly do you mean by that? And it's like, because I buy these and I break them up and I sell them individually. We sell all of the proof Eisenhower silver dollars, and I think they're $299. How do I get them? I got to break these sets open and take them out of there. And that's how we do that. And I'm looking at like the penny, the 75 penny here, that's $12.50.
Wow.
I mean, the pennies are going to average about $6 a piece. You got $60 worth of pennies in there.
Look, you can see we're down to 30 seconds or so. We're gonna stay a little bit longer just to give you just one last look so that you can go ahead and order. The item number is 220113, and these are going as the sets were last hour.
And here's the problem: the purple proof set's sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, completely and totally sold out. Because here's what's happening. I know there's a lot of stuff here. So what do you have for coins there? You have the coin count, 50-something?
59 coins
59
total.
coins. So at 59 coins, you're $2.50 a coin.
Wow.
Okay, now keep in mind that 9 of the coins are actually silver dollars, okay? And 9 of the coins are going to average $22 a piece, and you're paying $2.
$2 a coin.
Okay?
Yeah.
The pennies average $6 a piece. They're $2. The nickels average $7, $6 a piece. They're $2. The dimes average about $4 a piece. You're only getting those for half price.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And then you're going to have the Kennedy half dollars. Yeah. They're going to average about $11 a piece. You're paying $2. I mean, that's ultimately, so when I'm talking about buying like a coin dealer, that's what I'm talking about, because you get them there. Now, you also get the original government packaging. That's additionally a value. As a matter of fact, for us, it is almost as difficult to get the packaging, because the packaging tends to be beat up and torn and all that. So it's very difficult to get the packaging. Sorry about that. I'll just retread across shot if you don't mind. It's very difficult to get the packaging as well. That is individually hand selected. We make sure, and so many times when you buy this, the coins are tarnished. There's problems with the coins. The little flap here is gone, but we have that so you can present that. Just like the government absolutely positively guaranteed that when they sold it. Isn't this absolutely positively spectacular?
Yes.
This is one of the great coin items that I sell. I don't often have these. Yeah. When I do, they almost always sell out. Folks, with everybody on the phone, I've got about 6 dozen remaining. And here's what always happens, and I was just telling you with the purple proofs. When we got off those, it looked like there was about 100 sets, and all of a sudden, they're gone just like that.
Yeah.
I understand there's a lot of stuff. Don't wait too long. My quantities on this are extremely limited.
Okay, we will keep you updated. We do have to move on because we've got so much more to get to in this hour. But 220-113.